Hey guys, Orly here, founder of LifeVestInside, and I want to thank each and every one of you for deciding to kick off your week with me on the weekly Kindness Kickoff with Orly, where I do a reading from my book, Kindness Boomerang, How to Save the World and Yourself Through 365 Daily Acts, and then I give you, myself, and all of us out there an exciting kindness challenge based on the reading. For those of you that want to follow along and don't have a copy of the book, you could get your copy either on Amazon, Barnes & Noble, Books A Million, IndieBound, Target, iTunes. And proceeds from the book go directly to LifeVestInside to help us continue doing the amazing work we're doing around the world, inspiring and instilling kindness into the hearts and minds of millions. So please check it out. Before we jump into the reading, I just want to make one announcement. As you guys know, I'm going to be giving out two copies of the Kindness Boomerang book once a month in the beginning of the month. Last week, we just gave out 2 copies of the book to Johnny Lightning, user Johnny Lightning. Congratulations. Please make sure you send me your contact info so I could get you a copy of the book. How do you win your 2 copies? All you have to do is comment on the video. Let us know what you think. Share with me your thoughts or the act of kindness that you may have done. And at the end of the month or the beginning of the next month, I'm going to be announcing the next winner. Okay, jumping right in, for those of you that have a copy of the book, please follow along with us. It's coming to us from April 9th. And the act goes as follows. Take the initiative and fix something in your home that has been broken for a while. Perhaps set up a time to work on it as a group. And the quote by Victor Hugo, initiative is doing the right thing without being told. And the reflection, I'll never forget how terrified my mom would be walking downstairs to see the basement in a few inches of water and beginning the long, exhausting, and tedious process of draining the water and cleaning the floor. No matter how many times it happened, my mom always took the initiative. But you could tell it drained her. One rainy summer night, I had just gotten home from a 2-hour drive. It was midnight and I was exhausted. My family was away and getting back the very next morning. As I walked into the house, I heard the dreaded noise, dripping. The basement was under 2 inches of water. I had a choice, spend an hour cleaning it up or head to bed knowing full well that my mom would deal with it in the morning. I could say I didn't see it. After all, it was in the basement. I took an extra moment and pictured my mom's frustration walking into a flooded basement. Suddenly, there was no choice to be made. I never did tell my mom about the flood that evening. The idea here about taking the initiative, fixing something that needs to be fixed. Now, there are actually a couple of ways that we can take this act. Because listen to it once again. Take the initiative and fix something in your home that has been broken for a while. Now, it might be a physical thing. Something, maybe it's a light fixture, maybe it's a sink that keeps dripping, but maybe it could be something different. Fixing something in our home that has been needing that fixing for a while. You could also take it into meaning a relationship. Nurturing something. How do you fix something that's broken? You need to spend the time with it. You need to actually examine it. You need to take a look. Well, where is it coming from? Why is this thing broken? Where does the issue exist? Well, the same thing in our lives with relationships that might be broken or hardships that we might be having with another family member or whatever it may be, or roommate. It's about taking the time to examine, taking the time to explore, understand what's going on behind the wall. Because if you have a leaky faucet, there's something else going on there that you don't necessarily see. You might have a crack in the wall, but maybe there's something else going on beyond that wall. You need to take the time to really look and to explore. And that's exactly what the act is about this week. Taking the extra time and taking the initiative. Because we can always say, it's been broken for so long. Like I said, whether it's something physical or whether it's something emotional. It's been broken for so long, I don't want to deal with it today. I'll put it off till next week. I'll put it off to the week after. And before you know it, it gets broken to the point where you can't even repair it. You need to actually take it and throw it out. Let's not wait for something to get that broken, that it can't even be repaired. Let's take the time, and it's small time. It's not about saying, I don't want to have to deal with this. It's going to take me hours upon hours. I have to tell you, talking about physical cleaning, just this past Saturday night, so right now the holiday of Passover is coming up for me. And this is a time where, people go through their home and they're going through cleaning, and it also falls out there at the same time as spring cleaning, right? Spring cleaning, it's suddenly becoming beautiful. Everybody's going through their home, throwing out the things that they don't need. Well, Passover, you have to clean the house to make sure that there's no bread and and the things are not dirty. And so I had this enormous task. Here I am living in this apartment, and this apartment it's not my own from the beginning. Somebody was living here, and there are things hidden in every corner, and there's dirt, and there's garbage. And there's this huge task that I had of going through 2 huge kitchen cabinets filled with stuff that are old and sticky, and I kept putting it off. I don't want to have to open that closet. And I would just keep the closet closed. I didn't even want to open it. I didn't want to look at it because I didn't want to acknowledge that there was something in there that needed to be cleaned, needed to be fixed, because then it would be my responsibility to actually do something about it. And so we postpone, we push things, we procrastinate, we push these things off. Until finally this Saturday night, thanks to an amazing, awesome friend of mine that joined me in this cleaning effort, said, okay, that's it. We're going to get it done. And little by little, we started taking things out. And the idea of cleaning or fixing or repairing something is sometimes it gets dirtier before it gets cleaner. Things get worse before they get better. And so that's why we continue to push it off, because we just rather sweep it under the rug, make believe it's not there. But it is there. And it's our responsibility to actually deal with it head on. Sometimes it's not easy. Sometimes it takes us longer than we expected. We thought it was going to be a 2-hour thing. It ended up being maybe, 4 hours. But I have to tell you, the feeling after going through everything and taking everything out, and there's a process, like I said, it gets really dirty. And then you have to figure out, well, where are you going to organize things? And where does this go? Where does that go? And what to throw out and what to keep? And then figuring out how to put it back in. And there was one point within all this cleaning on Saturday night, and I wasn't feeling that great. I was just like, forget this. I don't want to do this. I can't. I got so frustrated. And then we stopped and took a second, took 5 minutes of just not talking and not fixing, trying to actually see the mess before us, see everything before us, and try to envision how it's going to be put back into place, how we were going to, tackle this huge mess. Before we knew it, things started coming together. And now, opening that cabinet, my goodness, the amount of free space that there is in there. And it's not just the physical space. And I've spoken about this before, that when we clean a physical space, we're actually also cleaning something within ourselves. We're getting rid of the garbage. We're getting rid of the feelings, the emotions, the things that we don't necessarily need, the things that hold us down. So, over the course of this week, my challenge to all of us, including myself, there's still plenty more to clean, emotionally, physically, so on and so forth, is to take the initiative. That's the idea. Take the initiative. Don't wait for something to be at the point of no repair, and fix something in your home. And only you know what that thing is. Like I said, physical space, or it could be something a little bit deeper. It could be something more emotional. And fix something that's been broken for a while. And set aside time. It says here, set aside time to work on it as a group. As a group cleanup, or as a group having that extra support from somebody that's going to help you get through whatever mess that may be lying there inside of you. All right, guys, thank you so much for joining me for the weekly Kindness Kickoff. I'm excited to see how you're going to apply this specific act, because there's so many ways of taking a look at it. Don't be afraid to tackle those big things that need repairs in our life head on. Don't be afraid. It's scary. Yes, 100% it's scary. And sometimes we don't know what we'll find when we start cleaning. But take the initiative this week. Looking forward to hearing what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for joining. Please take a few moments. Click on the subscribe button to show your support for the organization. Share this video with somebody that you think might need this message. And I'm really looking forward to seeing you guys next Monday on the weekly Kindness Kickoff with Orly. Take care. Have a great week. And remember, it's kindness that keeps the world afloat. Mwah.